Hey guys, Florida Sportsman 18 here, and I'm back for another video. Like I said, I was going to be from tonight. And tonight I'm going to talk about, about Brian Flores, if he should be on the hot seat. Now, getting into this, really, I never thought I would have, what am I trying to say? I'm sorry I'm messing up, but I know I said on Sunday after that loss to the Colts, if I'm really starting to think if he's not the guy for this team. Well, I know, I said, but not right now to make a decision about it, but I wanted to talk about this, so I'm going to get started on it. Brian Flores, when he got hired, now 2 years ago, 2019, when they were going to hire him, I was upset about this hire because it was a Belichick staff that I know every time when a Belichick staff gets hired, or one of his coordinators, whatever you want to say it, gets hired, they don't do good in the NFL. Really. But what made me starting to like Brian Flores is after that Super Bowl win, the Patriots had their last Super Bowl win before Brady left. The last Super Bowl they were in before Brady left, when they beat the Rams 13-3. I was pumped about this hire after what Brian Flores did after calling the defensive player is. And then when Brian Flores got hired in his first season, they started 0-7, and then they won, and then they played so well and finished 5-11. Now this is what kind of the mistakes he made. In 2019, Devontae Parker had a really great season, and still he fires our offensive coordinator Chad O'Shea for no reason, because the offensive play call was obvious, which I think was not pretty cool, because I think if Chad O'Shea was the offensive coordinator and Tua was the quarterback, I'm pretty sure Tua will play better under Chad O'Shea than probably Chan Gailey, Chaney Fry, Eric Steffield, George Gutsy, the three offensive play callers that don't know what they're doing. But I'm trying to be honest, really, that I do like Brian Flores, but he's just making too many mistakes that really, that's really costing him. This is already his third season with the team, and in your third season as an NFL team, when you're in your third season and haven't made the playoffs in your first two seasons, third season is really going to show how much it matters to see what kind of a coach you are. Definitely this year, about fans coming in with high expectations this year on this team. And look, and I thought we were going to be 4-0 starting this season. I thought we'd be 4-0 going into this Tampa game, to the Buccaneers game, and now we're sitting at 1-3, and we're definitely going to be 1-4 after Sunday. We're going to get our asses kicked, especially there's no Will Fuller. But I'll talk about later in the week about the Buccaneers game, but I wanted to just say about Brian Flores that if this continues and we're losing games, but definitely all the talent we have and our offensive coordinators, still that he didn't even touch them or did nothing about the offense, I'm ready to say that I'm really starting to think Brian Flores is not the guy. I really don't think so, really. I know there's still a lot of season left, and I know he doesn't have Tua, but even when Tua played against that Patriots game, we barely got out of that game alive. That we barely won it by 1 point. If the running back didn't even fumble, then they would have kicked the field goal and won the game. But I'm just trying to say that I really don't think Brian Flores is really being the guy that he's really shown. I like Brian Flores, but this is really your third season with the talent you have this year, and booking especially the way we finished last year at 10-6, that we're supposed to be taking a big step forward this year, and now we're taking a big step back. Our defense is horrible. We're giving up first downs. We need one more down to get a stop, to get the ball back, and we can't. And they find a way to screw it up and give up a first down. Definitely, there was no excuse about, like I said, the defense was horrible against the Colts. They made that guy look like a pro out there, definitely. But I'm already done talking about the Colts, and we're already moving on. But don't know. I really don't see us like, if our offensive coordinator, if George Cutsey, Channing Frye, and Eric Steffius still are calling plays still the rest of the season, I don't see us being a playoff team this year. Like, Brian Flores cannot get the right offensive people right there. Like, that's what's killing this team, really. Like, I swear, like, I'm already predicting already that something tells me if this continues that Brian, I'm pretty sure, I think he'll make it to the end of the season, but I'm sorry to say that if this continues, I don't think he's the guy. I really don't think, really, because and I'll tell you what, in that Colts game too, when you have a kicker that you're paying a lot of money and then you just sign a 5-year contract to Jason Sanders to kick a 55-yard field goal, and then you probably just take a delay of game and don't let him kick it, and we're already up to 3-0. Like, that was kind of a bad play call. And like, play calling like that, like, as a head coach, making those kind of plays is gonna get a head coach fired, definitely. And I know the players like Brian Flores too, and he likes the players too, but we're not winning games. Like, we're not winning. Like, he doesn't have a winning record. Like, his record with us is, 16 wins and 20 losses and no playoff appearances. Like, we're not winning. Like we're struggling. Like, we're a mess. Like, our offense is terrible. Our defense is terrible too. Even though our defense is on the field most of the time too, because the offense can't do nothing. Like I said, if Brian Flores gets fired at the end of the season, like, I'm already gonna say some candidates already, because there actually is gonna be some good candidates out there this offseason. So I'm gonna name a couple candidates right now for definitely that could be in line for our head coach in the future. But like, for this offseason, like Kellen Moore, the Cowboys offensive coordinator. Look what the Cowboys are doing. Look what Dak Prescott's doing. Like, definitely one of the best offenses this year. Not once, but twice already they have good offense. So Kellen Moore, so definitely a candidate to look into. Let me see, Brian Daboll, the Bills offensive coordinator. Or, let's see, Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs. Let's see, who else? There's other people. I named 3 people. Don Martindale, Ravens defensive coordinator. Greg Roman, Ravens offensive coordinator. Let's see. Maybe I might add a few wild cards in there. Maybe Jason Garrett. Maybe. I wouldn't mind Jason Garrett. I know some people might not agree, but I wouldn't mind Jason Garrett if he gets a second shot to be a head coach again. We'll see if Mike Tomlin I don't know what's going on. We'll see. I don't know if Mike Tomlin will ever leave, but you never know. Joe Brady, another one. Carolina Panthers offensive coordinator. So that's another one of mine. I named like 8 people, maybe, even though I added a few head coaches in there that have head coach experience before, unless if somebody leaves. But those are candidates definitely we can look into this offseason, definitely, if we decide to part ways with Brian Flores this offseason. Because this can't continue, really. Like, it's gonna suck, really, that if this continues, that we're just gonna have to hope for a 2016 magic again to see we can get back into playoff contention. That's the only way I see us really saving our season right now. But sorry to say, but how it's looking right now, our offensive coordinators are still calling plays. Like, we're gonna get our ass kicked by the Buccaneers. Like, I already know what's going to happen, right? Like, I wish we could forfeit this game, but we're going to have no choice to play it. But I'll still watch the game, but it's going to be a nightmare. I already know it, but that's what I wanted to talk about with Brian Flores. Like I hope he can turn the season around, but if it's the same shit, like, again, like, definitely with all the player talents and we don't make it to the playoffs and we're worse like we were last year, we're going to have to start looking for other head coaches. It sucks that we're going to have to go through another head coaching search until we find the right head coach for the future, for long term. Well, I'm just hoping we can find someone, like, who can lead this team, because we haven't had anything in a long time, and I want it to end. Really do. Like, really want this to end. But we'll see what happens. I hope we can change. Brian Flores can change it around, because now, definitely you're looking like you're on the hot seat right now. But that's what my answer was. But I hope we can. Like I said, I hope we can turn this around. Like I said, I hope Brian Flores can turn this around, because now, definitely playing for his job. Definitely. I'm really hoping, man. Definitely. Like I said, we'll see how the offense plays. Like I said, we only got one more game left that I'm hoping, but until Tua comes back. So, like I said, Brian, you definitely you got some pressure on you. Definitely gotta find a way to try to start winning now, because if you don't start winning pretty soon, we're gonna be starting to already look at other candidates. So, we'll see what happens. I'm Florida Sports Fan 18 here, guys. Fins up. Let's hope it's he turn the season around. And we'll see what happens the rest of the way. Alright. Bye, guys. You guys have a good night.